What's up, everybody? And today we're checking out the Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Direct. I haven't really done much gaming stuff in so long on this channel, and I genuinely am craving it a lot. There was a new Doom trailer, which looks unreal, and I still haven't played Doom Eternal yet. That's a game I haven't played yet. Black Ops 6, wow. It just feels like we've come so far. I'm excited to see this. I've seen little tiny bits of it already. Yeah, and I'm interested to see what's so special about it. What's the next thing that Call of Duty are going to do that makes me want to buy this one, right? Inevitably, I've played pretty much all the Call of Duty campaigns on this channel, right? Apart from like Call of Duty 1, 2, and 3. And apart from Black Ops 3, I didn't finish, I don't think. It was the train one. It was so infuriating, that game. Maybe I'll go back to it one day. And so, Call of Duty is a staple of this channel. If it wasn't for Call of Duty, this channel wouldn't even be here. Me reacting to Clean House back in 2020 is what made this channel what it is today. And I want to bring that back, whether it's through gaming in general, which I think we should bring back, or just Call of Duty in general. Just Call of Duty. But either way, we're going to start by watching this Black Ops 6 Direct. Oh, my head's up here because I just recorded something with subtitles for people. As always, there'll be a link to the original video down in the description. Let me know. Are you excited for Black Ops 6? I feel like this is the first time in a while I'm getting genuinely really hyped for Call of Duty. I feel like maybe I say that every year, though. I think it's just that cycle, isn't it? Of Call of Duty cycle. But let me know what you think. Do you want me to start playing games on this channel again? Do you want me to bring gaming back? I've got the setup for it now. It's ready to go. Do you want me to start playing some games? Doom Eternal. Get ready for the new Doom. Maybe we can finish some what was it called? Bad Company. I could play Bad Company 2, which I didn't play. I could finish off Medal of Honor, which I didn't finish off. There's a lot of games I want to play, but I want to try and keep them on console. Anyway, let's shut up. Let's pull this up. Let's go. Don't watch it if you're under 18. Don't do it. It's bad for you, apparently. Even though I was in the Marines at 16. All right, let me turn up the quality here. So we've got some footage here. Nice. Bits of gameplay. Black Ops 6. Treyarch. All right.
Hello and welcome to Treyarch in Los Angeles, and thanks for joining us.
Loud enough?
We're excited to share what we've been working on for the past few years. For Black Ops 6, we really wanted to give ourselves the time to craft something truly great. This means we're delivering a new level of polish and innovation across all parts of the game.
Okay.
I've been working here for over 20 years, and I can tell you that we have something special on our hands.
It's a long
with Black Ops
time.
6. And I know that the team are
That's another game I want to play through the Ghost Recon games. Let me know what you think.
excited to give you a deep dive into our campaign and global innovations across the entire game.
Oh, bit of gameplay. Okay.
With Black Ops 6, we're taking players to a new but familiar era, the early 90s. In true signature Black Ops fashion, our story builds on real
Gotta love the 90s. Gotta love the 90s.
Thrusting players into a conspiracy where a shadowy force has infiltrated the highest levels of the U.S. government.
Oh,
branding
okay.
anyone who resists as traitors and forcing players to go rogue for the first time to fight the very machine that created them.
Sounds great. I'm all about it.
The team has been meticulously crafting every aspect of this game to deliver the fun and attitude players expect from the Black Ops franchise.
I'm all about it.
Multiplayer is of course here and brings the Black Ops style and provides a playground for the brand new Omni Movement system.
Omni Movement, I've heard about this.
And move like an action hero. You'll see a sneak peek of that later today.
Oh my god, Omni Movement. If it's what I think it is, it's just going to make the matches so sweaty. People's movement in Call of Duty is already just absolutely nuts. Imagine what it's going to be like if there's this omnidirectional movement thing.
Zombies is absolutely back and
Round-based
better than ever,
zombies?
and you can be sure it's full of surprises.
Okay.
With that, let's step into the mind-bending campaign experience we've been
Okay.
crafting with our partners at Raven.
The campaign. It's what we love on this channel is the campaign. I've got the sniffles still, guys. I'm sorry. It is what it is.
No turning back now.
All right.
Every Call of Duty player has a favorite campaign mission. When we set out to make Black Ops 6, we were focused on delivering missions so iconic that they stick in your memory long after. We are bringing that action.
Do you know what? I kind of liked Black Ops Cold War. I actually really liked that game. I thought it was decent. There has been games where I've just been like, Vanguard. Oh my God. That was probably one of my worst Call of Duty games, I think. But yeah, I actually kind of like Cold War.
Pack blockbuster feel to every step of the narrative. We're giving you more variety, more dynamic moment-to-moment gameplay, and more options to finish each mission.
Nice.
We can do this loud or quiet.
The game is packed with unexpected moments of Black Ops mystery.
Good.
It's a high-octane spy thriller where you're never sure who to trust and what's real. And it's all set against the backdrop of the early 90s.
Yeah,
The
the
Soviet
90s.
Union was crumbling after the fall of the Berlin Wall and the end of the Cold War. The US is the only remaining superpower. The Gulf War was dominating headlines everywhere, and there was a growing mistrust in government, reflected everywhere across the music, television, and pop culture of the time. When
Yep.
we talk about the Black Ops timeline, Black Ops 6 comes after the events of the Cold War, but is directly tied to the 1986 flashbacks in Black Ops 2, the aftermath of which has left our heroes in dire circumstances.
Yeah. Yes. He's
Black
back.
Ops 6 blends the rich and gritty history of previous franchise titles with bold new characters, with veteran Frank Woods as our through line in our story.
Oh my God, in a wheelchair. Let's go.
In this new chapter, we see a different side of Woods following his traumatic injury at the hands of Raul Menendez. He's been pulled from the field as he adjusts to a new role within the CIA, often behind a desk or on the other end of a radio. His protege is Troy Marshall, who's been making a name for himself in the field. Marshall is a reluctant leader driven by a strong moral compass.
Okay.
Marshall and Woods are working with another new face in Black Ops 6, CIA handler Jane Harrow. She's a born leader, fearless and brilliant, and helps manage their relationships within the agency.
Okay.
Woods' ability to operate in the shadows has always been hugely valuable to the CIA, whether they want to admit it or not. And Marshall has the ability to make tough calls in the field, ones that Harrow trusts him to make. But when an operation goes wrong,
So is
Woods
he
and
who we
Marshall
play
are
as then?
suspended and ultimately
Marshall?
forced to go rogue.
We must be playing as Marshall then, right?
They soon realize they have to trust each other to get to the bottom of what's going on. Without any of their usual resources, they have
Looks
to build
good.
their own team, recruiting two exciting new characters in Felix Newman, a technical genius, and Savati Dumas, a mysterious assassin.
Interesting.
With the end of the Cold War, these former enemies have become new allies. And with the sudden return of notorious operative Russell Adler, who'd gone missing for months, a former ally may have become a new enemy.
Ooh.
For the Black Ops single-player campaign, we prioritized mission variety and unique experiences.
Oh yeah, they're gonna do like the open world missions like they did in Modern Warfare 3. Are they gonna do that?
Our goal was to offer players a wide variety of mission types, each crafted from the ground up. One moment, you'll be storming a palace. The next, you'll be pulling off a heist at a casino.
That's cool.
We aim to take players all over the world and immerse them in vastly different experiences. Within these missions, we wanted gameplay to unfold in multiple ways, giving players the freedom to navigate through them as they see fit.
That's cool.
Where we have different combat styles, we also have conversation opportunities where you can talk, barter, and manipulate your way into different experiences. And we think you'll want to replay levels to see them all.
Interesting. Oh. What are these enemies like They're like friggin' stormtroopers? They couldn't hit anything, could they then?
We are excited to offer a variety of different enemy types in the campaign.
Okay.
The goal was to provide different challenges.
I'm not a fan of enemy types, like having the big guy that's hard to kill. I'm not a fan of that, really.
Player. So whether they choose to go in guns blazing take a stealthier approach.
Line them up right, you can take them both down with one shot.
Nice.
Quiet.
We've continued to push on what's possible in terms of how our enemy combatants behave. Your enemies will be relentless, constantly seeking to outmaneuver you throughout the levels.
Yeah.
They'll cut off escape routes, push on players' location, and force them to think on their feet. We've
Nice.
created certain missions where we give you a high-level objective and a variety of ways to approach that objective. One mission in particular takes place in a vast desert in Iraq. You and your team are hunting down missile launchers with the SAS.
They're going to be with the SAS. Are we going to see some familiar face? Are we finally going to get a crossover between Modern Warfare and Black Ops? I mean, it's what? It's the 90s, early 90s. We could have some familiar faces. We could.
It's one of the largest campaign maps that we've ever created.
Look alive, people! They know we're coming!
Was that Price's voice?
It's one of the largest campaign maps that we've ever created.
Look alive, people! They know we're coming!
Nah, I don't know if it was. I don't think it was. It could be. Was Price in the SAS in the early 90s, though? When was Modern Warfare 1 taking place? Oh, when was it taking place? Because it wouldn't be that far of a shot to say that Price is in the SAS in the early 90s. Unless the first Modern Warfare is set in the 90s, but I don't think it is. I think it's set in the early... I think it's like 20... I think it's like 2000 and... Is it 2009 or something like that? It's set. Let me Google it real quick. Modern Warfare 1. Yeah, it takes place. The story takes place in 2000. Oh, that's the original Call of Duty. But I wonder when the new one takes place. Oh, you're looking at like 2019, I think it takes place, like the year it actually came out. But the original Modern Warfare came out, it was like 2010 by the looks of this timeline. And so, could you say that Price was in the military then? He's a captain. And so, he would definitely be in the military. It's just whether he would be in the SAS at that point.
You'll find that some of our destinations
We
have
really
a
went on a
startling
tangent there, didn't we?
contrast in look and feel as well. We have a mission that takes place in an opulent casino in Southern Europe. It's unlike any past mission in Call of Duty. And what the player does in this space is totally unexpected. And
So
another one of
cool.
our missions we have set in the harsh tundra of northern Russia.
I'm so
We are
excited.
excited to offer an array of brand new equipment, as well as some favorites from the Black Ops universe. RCXD,
Okay.
Tranquilizer Trap, Adrenaline Stim, Homing Knife, Disruptor,
Yeah. Yep. I'm excited. I'm
The
excited.
campaign is grounded within an expanded campaign hub called the Safehouse. You might remember we also had that in Black Ops Cold War. But this time, we wanted to think a little bit more broadly about the environment. We chose to have our team's hub located in a more
Looks like the house in
naturalistic setting.
Starfield.
So, it's in an abandoned manor by an ocean cliffside.
Okay. Cool.
What's most unique is that it used to be a KGB black site, which was operational during the 50s and 60s.
Oh, I'm calling it now. The story ends in this house. There's some sort of thing where like, oh my god, it leads back to the safe house. And they all go to the safe house and it ends there. The game ends at the safe house. I'm calling it now, guys. Mark it. Mark it. The game ends at the safe house. I'm telling you right now. It has a bit of history behind it. A bit of mysteriousness. And then you find out it was the place where they did the thing originally. And then you go back and then you start seeing stuff and it all makes sense. I'm telling you right now, guys. I'm calling it here.
brings a lot of intrigue to the Safe House and will allow players to explore and discover secrets from the past.
I'm telling you right now.
The team is also bringing back the evidence board,
Okay.
which is still the centerpiece of the Safe House experience, but with brand new upgrades.
Okay.
Players can view the campaign outline, gain deeper insights into missions, and analyze evidence collected throughout missions.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, the attacker comes in. I'll go.
Who's this guy with the poncho on?
Go.
Boom. That's pretty
That was
sick.
sick.
Oh, that's weird. I like this guy with the poncho. We're both like, that's sick.
You got it.
Omni Movement, here we go.
6, our goal is to create a more connected experience that keeps players immersed across every single mode.
Okay.
We've pushed ourselves at every corner to innovate and craft the most signature Black Ops experience for our players.
Battlefield 1.
Movement has been a consistent area of focus and innovation for Call of Duty. And with Black Ops 6,
Oh
we're
my
redefining
God.
movement across the entire game.
It's going to get so sweaty.
For the first time ever, players can sprint in any direction and
Whoa.
move like a true Black Ops action hero.
I mean, I don't really sprint sideways in real life, but sure.
This unlocks the ability to move like never before.
Oh my God, it's going to get so sweaty, this game, innit?
And seamlessly chain combat maneuvers like slide, dive, and our enhanced supine prone in full 360 degrees range of motion.
It's going to get super sweaty.
From the beginning, we started with, you can't do this thing, why? And then realized people actually move that way. What happens if we get rid of that construct? And then instantly it opened up like, oh,
People
if you
don't
can
move that
sprint in
way.
any direction, then you can dive in any direction. You can
People
slide
do
in
not
any
move that
direction,
way.
which then led to all the on the ground movement and everything else chaining together.
People do not move that way. That's how you hurt yourself. I mean, you can if you want. I mean, I suppose you can move that way if you want.
Something that changes how you think and play the game.
Let me know how it
whether
feels.
it's campaign, MP, or zombie. We truly believe that once you experience Omni Movement, there's no going back.
Is this movement going to be integrated into Warzone then? Because it's going to feel very different having two different styles of movement in Warzone and in regular Call of Duty, isn't it?
We also have what we're calling intelligent movement, which is a set of features that drastically reduces how many buttons or keys you're pressing to perform various movements. These can be enabled in player options, and they're broken down into 3 categories.
Weird.
Sprint assist, mantle assist, and crouch assist. And each of these settings will allow for fine-tuning. Intelligent movement really started with this idea that we want all players to focus on what they want to do and not how to do it.
So they didn't press any buttons to do any of that
player,
then?
regardless of skill level or input or experience with Call of Duty, to be able to engage with Omni Movement and live out their own action hero fantasy in Black Ops 6.
It's a good shot.
We looked at other genres like racing games where they have these great assist settings that can be turned on and off. Things like
I'm not sure how I feel about this one.
assisted braking.
I'd have to try it.
The idea of taking that
I'd have to
thinking
try
and
it.
applying it to our own movement options. I don't think this is a one-size-fits-all thing, and I encourage players to play around with combos of these settings to really dial in their preferred setup.
Yeah, that makes sense. Fidelity.
Hit zones are regions on a character that react when taking damage or dying. In past games, we've only had 4 regions. For Black Ops 6, we've actually increased that to 9 regions.
Wow.
So now we can determine if that enemy was shot in their left leg or right leg, and then we'll play a bespoke death animation depending on that location that they were hit.
That's really cool. I bet that looks really
So
good.
World connectivity is this concept that players' movement and reactions are connected to the world based on their choices. A great example that really shines is a global feature we call corner slicing, where as you round a corner or go through a doorway, your weapon's going to dynamically rotate in the direction that you're rounding that corner. And since it's dynamic, it'll be a bit more dramatic if you're slowly clearing a room, but won't affect you at all if you're barreling full speed around that same corner.
Makes sense. Okay, that's going to be interesting to see.
Opportunities to set the bar with movement and animations in Black Ops 6.
That's going to be interesting to see. Here we go with the big guy.
Take cover!
Our team is super thrilled to show you the best looking characters that we've done. Through our process of photogrammetry, gear was acquired, scanned, and incorporated onto each of our operatives. For our faces, a dynamic real-time analysis of spontaneous performances was captured and processed to make every emotional, impactful moment true to actual life.
That's cool.
We made sure to have special attention to the cuticles and make sure that they don't look like they're just freshly cut. There's dirt in between their nails, the oils on their palms as they're sweaty and running through situations that they're in.
Zombies.
Paying attention to every detail.
The thing that I'm most excited about is the number of new weapons from the era that we've added, which includes many that are brand new to the franchise.
Nice.
Our heroes are rogue operatives, and they operate outside the normal playbook. That means they're procuring gear by any means necessary.
That's true. That's very true.
A unique mix of weapons. We made sure to deliver dozens of unique attachments for every gun, and this allows the players to create a weapon to match any playstyle that you can imagine, all while maintaining the feel and tone of the era.
Hmm.
In Black Ops 6, we really strive for striking that balance between real and hyper-real, but we want to ground our effects in realism. We find real-world reference so that we can match that motion, the weight, the timing, then riff off of that and create that hyper-real look that everybody has come to know and love from Call of Duty.
Yeah. I mean, visually they always look amazing, don't they? Let's be honest. They visually always look great.
The Black Ops 6 user experience is all about focusing players on what they need when they need it, and our in-game HUD is no different. From the minimap to the ammo widget to in-game notifications, the Black Ops 6 HUD combines some of our best designs in a clean, streamlined experience. For the first time in Call of Duty, players will be able to change their HUD in dramatic ways to suit their needs.
That's cool for a streamer.
Instance,
Yeah, that's great for streamers.
Choose a layout optimized for their setup.
That's
or maybe
great.
you want your HUD centered so you don't have to look away.
Yeah, no,
Wanna
that's
play
weird.
hardcore anywhere, or finally put the minimap in the bottom left? Those are options as well.
That's really cool.
Not only does the HUD give players important status, it connects them to the world and helps them feel rewarded for being awesome.
That's really cool.
As players track that elusive challenge or target their next level unlock, Black Ops 6 delivers an
Oh my god,
end-to-end
he
experience
missed some of them,
from
didn't he?
lobby into combat and back, where player progress and achievement are celebrated in a big way.
Looks like it's going to be still, yeah, it looks going to be part of that Call of Duty HQ kind of like, this will be like DLC for it, which I don't like the menu for that crap. I really don't. I think it's dreadful, that Hulu looking menu progression.
Early on in Black Ops 6's development, we set a goal to make leveling and XP matter more than ever. Looking back through the Call of Duty and Black Ops catalog, there's a lot of love, both internally at Treyarch and that we see in our community, for how we used to handle prestige. Traditional prestige is back in Call of Duty with Black Ops 6.
Nice.
We've pulled the best of the best from past Call of Duty prestige systems and are going bigger and more rewarding than ever. Players who reach max player level will have the choice to enter prestige, start fresh with relocked gear, and go through the leveling journey again.
That's cool if
Black
you're into
Ops
that.
6 will have 10 prestiges, each with a valuable set of rewards to earn and equip to peacock your status. Players who make it through Prestige 10 aren't done. Instead, they'll graduate into Prestige Master with 1,000 additional levels to climb through.
Damn.
And a classified reward to uncover for anyone dedicated enough to make it all the way to the end.
That's
the
a lot.
full Prestige system is available on day one in Black Ops 6.
That's good. That's really good. That's good. All right, multiplayer. Let's have a look at this.
We know how many of our players look forward to multiplayer, and we will be providing a deep dive on it later in the year. For now, here's some insight into our development of Black Ops 6 multiplayer. Our vision since day one has been to craft an approachable and engaging step change of that signature Black Ops multiplayer experience. We focused on supporting 3 core playstyles for launch. Enforcers are the slayers who like to kill and stay on the move. Recon is all about intel and counter-intel play. And strategists are support players who throw their bodies at objectives for the win or focus on taking out enemy score streaks for the team. All of our weapons, gear, and gadgets in multiplayer have been intentionally designed through that lens of supporting these play styles. And of course, it wouldn't be a Black Ops game if you can't relive those action hero moments in theater mode. which we're happy to announce is returning with Black Ops 6.
That's cool. I like that.
We're only getting a taste of MP today, but of course that means you're going to get some early details on maps.
Okay, how many maps? That's the big question, isn't it?
We're happy to announce that we will be launching with 16
16?
all-new MP
Okay.
maps. We've got 12 core 6v6 and 4 strike maps, which can be played as 6v6 or 2v2.
Nice.
What do players like? What do we know that they want? So we're back to our classic 3-lane maps.
Okay.
We've got fast, frenetic experiences, and we have that balance with more medium size, like better for hardcore pacing to keep the action flowing, but still have meaningful decisions for the player to make.
Okay.
The maps have their own stories, and we have multiplayer taking place after the campaign, after you finish it. So don't want to get into too many spoilers there, but you'll experience some of those locations through the multiplayer lens.
That's kind of cool. I mean, they usually are just places from the actual
We've covered
story.
a lot today, but couldn't leave you without giving you just one more thing.
Zombies. I could just never get into zombies. I don't know what it is. I could just never get into it.
Round-based Zombies is back, and we're picking up the Dark Aether storyline where we left it. We're excited to announce that there will be 2 brand new maps available at launch, with a curated mix of fan-favorite features and new elements to discover. For those new to Zombies, it's our unique take on the cooperative horde mode, where every map is packed full of powerful weapons and upgrades, deadly enemies, and tons of secrets to uncover.
I've just never got into
The legacy
it.
of Zombies is incredibly important to Treyarch.
I want
We are so
to,
proud of what the
but just
mode is
never
bringing
have.
to players in Black Ops 6. As you've heard today, the innovations in movement systems will also be coming to Zombies.
Yeah.
Plus, there are many additional zombie-specific features, both new and returning. This is going to be a truly epic return for round-based Zombies. Be
Okay.
on the lookout for more intel coming later this year.
Okay, there you go.
Steph interviewed AB.
Is that it? Is that it?
I know we only gave
No,
you a
nearly.
little taste of multiplayer here today, so make sure
No
to mark
mention
your
of
calendars
Warzone?
for our worldwide multiplayer reveal event at Call of Duty Next on August 28th.
Okay.
Make sure to stay tuned for details and watch your favorite streamers get hands-on Black Ops 6
Yeah.
so you can be prepped and ready to jump into our MP beta and feel Omni Movement for yourself.
That's cool.
We'll be sharing so much more about Black Ops 6 in the coming months and look forward to seeing your reactions and your feedback from our open beta coming up this fall and into launch.
Nice.
And
I'll be
it's
playing
not
the
just
beta.
about launch, because the team is already focused on delivering a ton of content in the live seasons, which we'll be sharing more about.
I'll be playing the beta,
Am
don't
I
worry.
allowed to talk about Warzone yet?
Ugh. Tell me.
Our goal on Black Ops 6 was, and still is, to make something that is the best work we've ever done, and frankly, the most fun to play. To do that, we deconstructed all of our gameplay, our systems, and content plans, and repeatedly asked how something could be better. In some cases, that led us to huge innovations like Omni Movement, where we're now allowing players to move how real people and operators move.
Cool,
In other
okay.
cases, it led us back to some of our classic systems like Prestige.
It's just
and
rounding
taking
everything up
that
now that they've
classic
already said,
system
isn't it?
through the ringer and making updates and improvements. Across our weapons, gear, operators, maps, and more, a huge push has been to hit the highest visual and audio fidelity possible. The campaign tells an all-new Black Ops story where you're forced to go rogue and are being hunted by the teams that trained you. On top of that, the team is really focused on mission and engagement variety.
Okay.
Multiplayer is a key ingredient in the DNA of Black Ops, and hopefully, in this sneak peek, it was clear that every single part of the MP game loop will be improved and better than ever, from movement, to shooting, to footsteps, to engagement systems, to death. And last but definitely not least, the triumphant return of round-based zombies.
Okay.
There
Cool.
is so much more to share across all 3 game modes before the game officially launches on October 25th.
What was that at the end
On
there?
behalf of the entire team, we can't wait for you to play Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
When's it come out? October what? I'll be playing it on the channel. I always do. I always play the new Call of Duties. It's what we do here. It's what we do. It looks good. There you go, October 25th. Guys, what do you think? Do you want to see me? Oh, was it saying it at the end? Pre-order. Don't pre-order. Wait until the game is out. Or if you really want to pre-order it, it's up to you. It's your money. There you go, guys. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you want to see me play more video games like I used to do? Because I'm kind of missing it a little bit. I do. I miss the games. I miss playing them. Although some of the gaming communities were quite toxic. Metro, I'm looking at you. Red Dead Redemption 2, I'm looking at you. Toxic communities. But some of them were actually fantastic. Battlefield community is fantastic. Halo community is one of the best. If you want me to play some more video games, let me know in the comment section down below because I can get to it. I don't know which one to play first. I want to play something long term, like a Ghost Recon game, but the games are kind of old now and the story isn't that good, although the gameplay is kind of cool. So I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Other than that, I'll see you in the next video. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.